On your house design project planning document, one of the things you're asked to do is create an area plan for each level. So what you want to do is when you click in the box and the cursor is blinking in the box, you're going to go to Insert, Drawing, and then New. In the drawing space, one of the things I would like for you to do is go ahead and create a text box and tell me which level we're looking at. This can be a label that's anywhere. It does not necessarily need to be in this top corner, but just kind of anywhere on there so we are sure, okay, this is the ground level, this is the second level, this is the basement, whichever one you need. Okay. And then the way you're going to actually mark off areas is you're just going to get the rectangle. And I would suggest setting up one and then just making copies of it. So I'm going to drag a rectangle right here. The changes I'm going to make is I'm going to go to the border color and I'm going to turn the border transparent. What that does do is if I need to make more of a complex shape, I can make a copy of this and kind of just overlap them to make a single more complicated shape. The other thing I'm going to do is if I double click on this, it lets me type in here. Okay. So I'm going to type just room. So there's text there and I am going to center my text in the box. Okay. So here is my little room box that is all set up. Okay. If I hold the control key and drag it out, it drags out a copy. So what I can do is down here in my area plan, I can now call this bedroom 1. And then again, I can control drag. And then I can change the color. I'll change the fill color to show that this is a different type of room. And then I can change it to be bathroom 1. And then I can move this around. And one of the cool things that you can also do is if I wanted to create a little bit more of an interesting shape here, okay, I can overlap these such that they would be like this. Now, if you start to have this where the text is starting to uh, break into multiple lines, you can also shrink the text until it's not, it doesn't break words in half. You know, something like this where the numbers on a second line isn't really a problem, okay? But that works just fine. And then I can continue to do these. One of the things that I'll want to do is I'll definitely at some point want to make a hallway that comes this way. And again, change the color. I'm sticking with kind of the pastel colors because the black text will show up well over them. Um, if you're going to use more bold colors, you might need to change to white text. But that's where it's also kind of nice. You can set up one here and just keep dragging this around. And again, I can just keep moving these. So if one of the things I'm going to do now is bring out like a living room, which might kind of just take up an amount of space that's left over. Okay. I can also bring this here. I'm going to put it kind of like, yeah, because I want it against the hallway. I want it there. I'm going to bring this out like that. I'm going to change the color. And what I can also do is I can right click on it and I can use order. So I can send it to the back so it's behind everything. Okay. Or I can click on other things and bring them to the front. So if when you draw it, it doesn't overlap the way you want it, you can kind of move things back and forth by by going to order and bringing them forward or sending them backwards, which is a nice way to do that so that you can just kind of put a piece underneath and take this space up. All right. So a couple of things to watch while you're doing this. Number one, make sure you have everything. Think about hallways and entries. I don't have you indicating it on this area diagram, but you can kind of look at it and go, okay, my doorway to this bedroom would be here. The doorway to the bathroom would be here. There wouldn't actually be a wall here. Okay, but you can kind of think things through. I might have a kitchen space that's up here and another bedroom over here. You can also look for some of the minimum stuff like 10 exterior walls. Okay. Anywhere where there's a corner or a break, it's a different exterior wall. So you can make sure that you have 10. All right. This will kind of lay this out. You can either use this last um, or delete it when you're all done. And then again, label it near your item so we don't have a bunch of extra blank space. And then when you hit save and close, it'll put it in. You can then hit enter and do another one to insert the image and create a second floor. So that's the easiest way to do that. And then these diagrams are very helpful as you go to initially start to lay out all your walls.